Welcome, Thrivers. Today, I'm going to do a short intro to the soul's journey through tarot cards. And yes, I have a full-length episode that you can click on. I will be attaching it to the description of this video. But what we're focusing on here, I have this deck that I actually made, and this is the Major Arcana of the tarot. If you are not familiar with the tarot is a deck that has a lot of cards in it, and it's got the four suits, but it also contains the major arcana. And so, for our purposes today, I am going to be showing you some of these absolutely gorgeous cards in the major arcana and referring to what place they take in the soul's journey. So, a lot of fun. I'm really excited about this one because this is something that I often use in my intuitive practices. And I do make time, probably about once a month, take the time to do a full reading for myself. And at some point, I will post a full reading for you just so you can see what that looks like and how I incorporate the different decks together in my full reading just for my own intuitive practice. But so here we are, intro to the soul's journey. All right, in my lessons at the hypnotherapy college, I came across an instructor who his name is Jeff Burr, and he was incredible. And he is the one who taught the class on the soul's journey through tarot. And this was a section that we did of bringing intuitive practices into your hypnotherapy practice and how that can be used to help people with whatever is troubling them. So he brought this beautiful lesson in, and it covers so much information because when we think about it, there are so many beliefs hidden within our subconscious mind, which of course begin at birth. And we build upon these beliefs and create these narratives, stories, and belief systems that we live by for the rest of our lives. And a lot of them have to do with the different aspects that are going on here within the tarot. So we've broken down the major arcana into three acts. And that would be act number one is the subconscious archetypes. Act number two is what am I doing to create my experience in life? And act number three is the metaphysical realizations that we come to. So the cards are broken down into three sections, and that's how it's done. And it'll go, like I said, much more into detail in the full length episode. But here we're just getting a sneak peek into what is going on. So I'm going to go over two cards from each act just to give you an idea of how this works. And then you can take it from there and just enjoy yourself with this peek into the soul's journey. All right, so in Act One, the first card I am going to pull is card number one, which is the Fool. And he is the fool, or also known as the child, the traveler. You can see he's got a little sack that he's carrying over his shoulder. And it is wonderful. He's got a little bit of company. He's got this little friend accompanying him on his journey. And the fool is our incarnation of our soul. So it is pure energy, pure light. It is a beautiful, innocent, childlike energy. And that aspect comes into this world with us. And so there are lessons we need to learn along the way, and each card encompasses a different lesson. So this is the number one. This is the first card. I love that. Absolutely love that. Possibilities, Could also be distractions. There's a lot going on in this card. So the second card, which is also from the first act, which is the subconscious archetypes, is the Lovers. And this is a beautiful card too. You can see, and you can see them kind of mirrored down at the bottom as well. The Lovers is all about relationships. It is all about communication, all about the harmony that we create in our lives. So when this comes up, this is what it leads us to think about and to um, be introspective about, really be giving ourselves time to think about those relationships in our life. Can be possibly to do with marriage. Sometimes at certain parts of your life, it could have to do with the breaking of a union, like a divorce. But really, it is just absolutely beautiful in the aspect of relationships, communication, and harmony. And that's how we focus on the Lovers. So beautiful, beautiful card there. Moving on, we're going to go to Act Two. And this card, I have to tell you, most people get shocked and a little put back by this card if they haven't worked with any type of tarot before. And it is the Death card. And you can see as you're looking at this one, they're all depicted in kind of mysterious way. There's a lot going on here. You get that kind of skull type face there, but in this version you have the all-seeing eye as well. So that's kind of interesting. But death really stands for new beginnings. So there always has to be an ending to create a new beginning, and that is what the Death card stands for. Most people get nervous if they don't understand that and they don't know that because they think they take it too literally. These are not taken literally. And so when we say this is act number two, we're talking about again, so what am I doing to create my experience, right? So, how does that affect? How do these new beginnings affect what am I doing to create my own experience? Very nice, very nice. The second card that I'm choosing from Act Two is the Hermit. And so here we have the Hermit. He's got this scepter with all this light coming out of it, but he almost looks like he is in a meditative state, right? He's sitting cross-legged and looks like he is in this meditative state. And I love we have a full moon here. A lot going on. Full moons have to do with the subconscious, so that's always very interesting. And the Hermit stands for slow down and listen. Slow down. Be in the moment. And that's why they depict this kind of meditative process, because you're really in the moment when you are meditating. So you can be aware of the messages coming to you. So again, we're in Act Two. What am I doing to create my experience? And the Hermit says you need to slow down and listen so that you make the right choices, the right decisions in moving forward. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card. And so now we move on to Act Three. And Act Three is the metaphysical realizations that we have on this soul's journey through our life experience, right? So the first card that I have chosen is the Star. And the star, again, depicted in many different ways. I created this larger deck just so I would know that this is what I'm working with. I'm working with the Major Arcana. And so I do my full reading with the smaller deck and I pull 3 cards from this deck in my readings. And this is the metaphysical realizations. The star stands for peace and stillness. So it is that moment in the soul's journey where you feel at peace. Everything is flowing the way it needs to flow. The beautiful light coming out from the star is shining on you and letting you know, yes, you are in the right place. It has come to the right place. It's really a very lovely card. It's good to work with. Um, it's really a regrouping time, a lack of momentum. There's no moving. You're still. You're still. And that is really a beautiful place to be. All right. And the last card that I am going to show you today, which again is could be a little jolting to someone who's never seen it before. I love this card though, and I absolutely love this deck. This is the Tower. And when I look at this particular card, and many, many times when I look at the Tower in general, I always think of Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, and that all-seeing eye that's on top of the tower. That's what makes me think of the tower. Why? Because the tower represents disruption. It's actually action that is for your benefit, ultimately for your benefit. But things have to kind of fall apart and be destructed in order to rebuild in a fashion that serves you best and your soul's journey best. So when this card appears, when we pull this card, we may be at a tumultuous and very jarring point in our lives. We may feel our life is in complete turmoil, but know that that is serving you because that disruption will ultimately rebuild for your benefit. Yes. And so, again, just a sneak peek into the major arcana and the tarot and what our soul's journey is going to be about. It's fascinating. I hope you do watch the full length version. Again, I will attach a link so you can go directly to it. And that's all I have for today. Stay tuned, there's more to come. And until next time, namaste.